Gaza, also referred to as Gaza City, is a Palestinian city in the Gaza Strip, with a population of 590,481, making it the largest city in the state of Palestine. Inhabited since at least the 15th century BCE, Gaza has been dominated by several different peoples and empire throughout its history. The Philistines made it a part of their pentapolis after the ancient Egyptians had ruled it for nearly 350 years, under the Romans in their pagan form as well as after the Christianization of their empire, for which historians use the term Byzantine Empire. Gaza experienced relative peace and its port flourished. In 635 CE, it became the first city in Palestine to be conquered by the Muslim Rashidu army and quickly developed into a center of Islamic law. However, by the time the Crusaders invaded the country starting in 1099, Gaza was in ruins. In later centuries, Gaza experienced several hardships, from Mongol raids to floods and locusts, reducing it to a village by the 16th century, when it was incorporated into the Ottoman Empire. During the first half of Ottoman rule, the Ridwan dynasty controlled Gaza, and under them the city went through an age of great commerce and peace. The municipality of Gaza was established in 1893. Gaza fell to British forces during World War I, becoming a part of Mandatory Palestine. As a result of the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, Egypt administered the newly formed Gaza Strip territory and several improvements were undertaken. In the city, Gaza was captured by Israel in the Six-Day War in 1967. But in 1993, the city was transferred to the newly created Palestinian National Authority. In the months following the 2006 election, an armed conflict broke out between the Palestinian political factions of Fatah and Hamas, resulting in the latter taking power in Gaza. Egypt and Israel consequently imposed a blockade on the Gaza Strip. Israel eased the blockade, allowing consumer goods in June 2010, and Egypt reopened the rough border crossing in 2011 to pedestrians. The primary economic activities of Gaza are small-scale industries and agriculture. However, the blockade and recurring conflicts have put the economy under severe pressure. The majority of Gaza's inhabitants are Muslim, although there is also a tiny Christian minority. Gaza has a very young population, with roughly 75% under the age of 25. The city is currently administered by a 14-member municipal council. The name, Gaza, is first known from military records of Thutmose III of Egypt in the 15th century BCE. In Semitic languages, the meaning of the city name is fierce, strong. The Hebrew name of the city is Azar. The ayin at the beginning of the word represented a voiced velar fricative in Biblical Hebrew, but in modern Hebrew, it is silent. According to Shahan, the ancient Egyptians called it Gazzat, and the Muslims often referred to it as Gazzat Hashim, in honor of Hashim, the great-grandfather of Muhammad who, according to Islamic tradition, is buried in the city. Other proper Arabic transliterations for the Arabic name are Gaza or Gaza. Accordingly, Gaza might be spelled Gaza in English, although the Z is double in Arabic. It was transliterated into Greek as a single zeta, and the voiced velar or uvular fricative at the beginning was transliterated with a gamma. Gaza's history of habitation dates back 5,000 years, making it one of the oldest cities in the world. Located on the Mediterranean coastal route between North Africa and the Levant, for most of its history it served as a key entrepot of southern Palestine and an important stopover on the spice trade route traversing the Red Sea. Settlement in the region of Gaza dates back to the ancient Egyptian fortress built in Canaanite territory at Tel Es-Sakan, to the south of present-day Gaza. The site went into decline throughout the early Bronze Age too, as its trade with Egypt sharply decreased. Another urban center known as Tel El-Ajjul began to grow along the Wadi Gaza riverbed. During the Middle Bronze Age, a revived Tel Es-Sakan became the southernmost locality in Palestine, serving as a fort. In 1650 BCE, when the Canaanite Hyksos occupied Egypt, a second city developed on the ruins of the first Tel Es-Sakan. However, it was abandoned by the 14th century BCE, At the end of the Bronze Age, during the reign of Thutmose III, the city became a stop on the Syrian-Egyptian caravan route and was mentioned in the 14th century Amarna letters as Asti. Gaza later served as Egypt's administrative capital in Canaan. Gaza remained under Egyptian control for 350 years until it was conquered by the Philistines in the 12th century BCE. In the 12th century BCE, Gaza became part of the Philistine Pentapolis. According to the Hebrew Bible's Book of Judges, Gaza was the place where Samson was imprisoned by the Philistines and met his death. After being ruled by the Israelites, Assyrians, and then the Egyptians, Gaza achieved relative independence and prosperity.